Hello and welcome again to the ARC Automation Studio. I'm Alan Avery, a senior analyst here at ARC Advisory Group, and today's topic in the studio is going to be industrial, OT, cybersecurity products and services. Joining me today in the studio is Sid Snitkin. He's a VP of Cybersecurity Services here at ARC, and he's completed a suite of studies that cover a number of dimensions on cybersecurity in the industrial space. By way of introduction, Sid has been leading ARC's industrial cybersecurity research for over 10 years and has produced a number of market studies, reports, and webcasts on the topic. And he's a frequent speaker at industrial cybersecurity conferences and ARC forums. He has over 40 years of experience in automation, information systems, and manufacturing. He's been with ARC for over 20 years, and he's published a number of studies and strategic reports on asset lifecycle management, supply chain management, and industrial cybersecurity. Prior to joining us here at ARC, Sid's professional career covered a broad range of engineering, managerial, and senior executive positions with global electrical and mechanical equipment suppliers. Sid holds a BS and MS in physics from Carnegie Mellon University, and he also has an MBA and PhD in operations research and artificial intelligence from the University of Pittsburgh. Thanks for joining us today, Sid. Let's start off by covering the scope of ARC's industrial cybersecurity research. And more specifically, what is the focus of your recent series of market analysis reports?
Thank you, Alan, for that kind introduction. To get to your question, let me answer it in a couple ways. First, let me define what we mean by industrial, because our practice is called industrial cybersecurity research. And for us, at least in the cybersecurity group, that means any organization that uses industrial control systems in their operations. And as you can imagine, this is an extremely broad group of organizations, including owners and operators of things like plants, factories, infrastructure systems, power networks, pipelines, transportation and logistics systems, building systems, data centers, and smart cities, and on and on and on. Now, as this figure shows, the success of these organizations is increasingly dependent upon the secure operation of a multitude of cyber assets. And this includes IT systems, cloud apps, mobile devices, OT systems, industrial Internet of Things devices, and industrial edge controllers. But security varies according to the role that these devices play. IT cybersecurity is focused on protecting the organization's information, while OT cybersecurity is focused on protecting the integrity of control systems and devices that can impact safety, product quality, the environment, and operational integrity. These goals are quite different, and the associated cybersecurity programs generally involve different people, processes, and technologies. While our cybersecurity research started with the OT cybersecurity, our practice has grown significantly in recent years to keep pace with what we see as the growing use of cloud apps and mobile devices in operations. However, the market research reports we are discussing today are specifically about the markets for products and services used to ensure the security of the industrial control systems, or OT systems. And these are they are actually the latest updates of research we've been publishing for over 8 years. Now let me explain what these reports cover. On the left side of this figure is the latest version of the ARC Industrial OT Cybersecurity Maturity Model. This is a model we use with our clients to help them maintain alignment across their cybersecurity investments in people, processes, and technologies. And it shows all the different kinds of products and services that companies need to consider as they progressively build their cybersecurity programs. Now, the steps at the bottom show the individual steps or processes in building a program that are recommended in the NIST cybersecurity framework. And on the top of each step are the enabling technologies like endpoint protection, network security solutions, and anomaly and breach detection. Above that are the cybersecurity management processes and solutions that are needed to maintain and use the enabling technologies. Cybersecurity management solutions support vulnerability management, threat management, and secure remote access. And then at the very top of the figure are the cybersecurity skills that organizations will need to effectively increase the maturity of their programs from basic passive defenses to the advanced active defenses that are needed today to deal with sophisticated attacks. And in our studies, we cover that with respect to services. Now, on the right side of the slide are the various market reports we have developed for the industrial OT cybersecurity market. As you can see, we broke them into 6 different reports. The top-level report provides an analysis of the total market for products and services with breakdowns and forecasts given for different regions, key industries, and the 5 major market segments. This report also provides our analysis of the significant impact COVID-19 has on the overall industrial OT cybersecurity market. The 5 individual segment reports address the individual technologies and services described in our maturity model. These reports provide further breakdowns of the market data for that segment according to regions, key industries, and product categories. These reports provide more granular information regarding the market opportunities for companies that have products and services that compete in that market segment. These reports also include information about the major suppliers that compete in that segment.
Okay, what changes are you seeing in industrial cybersecurity, and how is this impacting the kinds of solutions companies are buying?
There are a lot of changes occurring in every aspect of cybersecurity, and industrial OT cybersecurity is no exception. Industrial companies are facing more sophisticated attacks from nation-state actors that leverage spear phishing and attacks on software supply chain partners to gain access to critical infrastructure. Ransomware has also become a major concern as cyber criminals are selling their services on the black market. Digital transformation efforts are creating new problems for cybersecurity people by undermining established perimeters and introducing new products and new use cases into plants. The role of CISOs in OT cybersecurity is growing, and many companies are actively working to converge their IT and OT cybersecurity programs. Now, from the market for products and services, what does this mean? Well, there's going to be more demand for visibility that spans IT and OT assets. There's going to be more demand for end-to-end security that works regardless of where applications are located, and increased adoption of IT security products and services within the OT world.
Now, what are some of the key factors that are driving or inhibiting growth in the industrial OT cybersecurity product and services market?
Well, COVID-19 is clearly the dominant factor impacting this market, as well as automation markets and all kinds of markets. In the case of cybersecurity, it has already created significant drops in 2020 sales across all the regions and product categories that we cover. And the success of recovery efforts will directly influence growth throughout the next 5 years. Our top-level report provides an analysis of how impacts and recoveries will vary across regions and key cybersecurity industries. In most cases, the COVID-19 impact it inhibits growth. There are many industrial companies and governments that have suffered enormous losses, and this will clearly delay spending on capital projects that fuel sales of basic cyber defenses. The need to focus on recovery efforts is also reducing the urgency that companies had about cybersecurity, and this is delaying projects to add security to existing facilities. Travel restrictions will also continue to limit the ability of suppliers to deliver services. And oil and gas, which is a big part of the cybersecurity market, has been hit with very low oil prices, and this will probably continue to be a major market inhibitor. But COVID-19 interestingly, has also accelerated digital transformation efforts in some companies, and this will increase the demand for advanced cybersecurity products and services. This is also raising concerns about sophisticated attacks and ransomware. And CISOs are demanding more visibility, and IoT cybersecurity convergence will also drive demand for the more advanced types of solutions.
What recommendations do you have for suppliers in this market and those who might want to enter it?
Well, as I believe you know, the industrial IoT cybersecurity market is seeing a lot of changes. So I'd suggest that every supplier review their strategies to make sure that they are aligned with all of these new developments that are occurring. And this includes making sure the sales and channel strategies align with the shifts occurring in regions, industries, and who's managing the business. Make sure that product development efforts address the new challenges that customers are facing, like more demand for secure remote access, digital transformation, and the need for end-to-end security of apps across cloud, mobile, and edge systems. And making sure that services can be delivered remotely. Final thing I would recommend is that every supplier consider opportunities with merger and acquisitions. We've seen an awful lot of this lately, and we expect that it will only grow as the trend towards IT and OT cybersecurity convergence continues.
And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks, Sid, for joining us and giving us an overview of the industrial OT cybersecurity market, products and services. Listeners who'd like more information about this topic and the studies we've just completed on it should get in touch with the client manager here at ARC or the author himself directly. Thanks for your attention and have a great day.